everyone, welcome back to Sociology class. Today we'll be studying about M.N. Srinivas and his two main concepts, that is Brahminization and Sanskritization. Before moving on to what is Brahminization and Sanskritization, let's talk about M.N. Srinivas. M.N. Srinivas is one of the most eminent sociologists of India. He is not only famous in India, but he was also famous worldwide. Okay, so he understood the Indian society not through Western books. So M.N. Srinivas didn't want to study the Indian society and the people of India through Western books, but he wanted to study India through direct observation and field experiences. He wanted to go to the field, he wanted to get in touch with the people and to study about their caste, about their village system and so on. Alright, so he was not interested to know about the people through Western books or other books, but he wanted to go to the field and he wanted to learn about those people through direct observation and field experiences. Now, let us see what is Brahminization. So Brahminization, this was the term coined by M.N. Srinivas in the term 1952 in his book Religion and Society Among the Kurds of South India. As we have already said that he wanted to learn about the people through direct observation and field experiences. So in 1952, he went to South India to study about the people, about the Kurds people, and there he saw that the lower caste people, in order to move upward, what did they do? They imitated the Brahmins. As we know, in the caste system, the first we have Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and the Shudras. So the Shudras are known as the lower caste. So the lower caste, in order to move upward, what did they do? They imitated or they copied the Brahmins. How did they copy the Brahmins? So they imitated the Brahmins in matter of food, dress, rituals, etc. So the lower caste people, in order to move upward, what did they do? They imitated the Brahmins. So how did they imitate the Brahmins? They copied their food habits, their lifestyles, and they gave up their food habits like meat eating, drinking liquor, etc. So the lower caste people, they gave up their food habits of meat eating, drinking liquor, and they imitated the Brahmins. So this is known as Brahminization. So when the lower caste people, they imitate the Brahmins in order to move upward in the caste system, it is known as Brahminization. So next is, we'll talk about Sanskritization. So in the year 1971, M.N. Srinivas changed the term Brahminization to Sanskritization. He changed this term Brahminization to Sanskritization. So why did he change this term? Because he saw that Sanskritization was a much broader concept. So the Shudras or the lower caste, they not only imitated the Brahmins, when we saw in Brahminization that they copied only the Brahmins, but in Sanskritization we see that the lower caste copied even the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas and the Brahmins. They copied all these three higher caste people in their food habits, in other stuffs as well. So when these lower caste people, they copy the practices of the Brahmin, Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, it is known as Sanskritization. So in Brahminization, what did we see? The lower caste people, in order to move upward in the caste structure, what did they do? They copied only the Brahmins. But in Sanskritization, the lower caste people copied the Brahmins, Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas. So all these three castes were included. That's why M.N. Srinivas changed the term Brahminization into Sanskritization in 1971 in the book Social Changes in Modern India. So now let's look at the overview. So Sanskritization is a process by which a lower caste people, they imitate all the three upper castes, that is the Brahmin, Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, to move upward. It is a process of upward mobility. Mobility means to move. Okay, so it is a process of upward mobility. So Sanskritization is only a positional change and it is not a structural change. So you must always keep in mind that Sanskritization is a positional change. Only a small position can be changed. The entire caste structure cannot be changed due to Sanskritization. And the third is Sanskritization does not take place in the same manner in all places. So all over India, Sanskritization does not take place in one, it is not the same. So if in South India it might be different, in Western India it might be different, in Northern India it might be different. So the process of Sanskritization is very different in different places. And the last one is, it is a time consuming process. It does not happen, Sanskritization does not happen in a period of in a year or within a day. It takes generations and generations for this Sanskritization. So in order for a lower caste to move upward, it doesn't happen in a blink of an eye. It is a very time consuming process, one generation or two generation, then only they can move forward. That too, it is not a structural change. The entire caste structure doesn't change. It is just a small positional change, in their caste structure. Sanskritization and Brahminization in modern India. So Sanskritization as a process, we do not see Sanskritization in modern India. Why? Because Sanskritization as a process of social change in contemporary society has lost much of its relevance, because due to reservation policies and Dalit consciousness, all these lower caste people, also known as Dalit, they have come together, they have become conscious of their rights. All right, and government have also granted many reservation policies, so they don't want to imitate the Brahmins and the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas. So they just want to be strong, they just want to make the community stronger, but they don't want to imitate. They just want themselves to be strong, they just want the community to be strong. That way they want to move forward, and not by imitating others, but by making themselves strong. So in conclusion, we can say that Sanskritization as a process is not so relevant in modern India. Why? Because the lower caste people, instead of imitating the higher caste, they want to make their caste, they want to make the lower caste more stronger by other things like reservation policies and being more conscious. Today we've covered M.N. Srinivas's Brahminization and Sanskritization, and we talked about what is Brahminization, what is Sanskritization, and why did he change Brahminization to Sanskritization, and what is Sanskritization relevant in modern India or not. We learned all this in today's class. So by this we come to the end of the chapter.